Brothers, the work is done. Thank you all so very much for your generosity, your passion, and your enthusiasm. Today has been just such an incredible day, a culmination of so much generosity and so much enthusiasm for the one Delt Day of Giving 21. Vince Russo, Steve Vedra here. We're getting ready to sign off, but before we do, we got some updates. We got some stuff we want to impart before we sign off for the day. Starting with our totals. 475 total gifts. $276,817. Yes, a round of applause for our Delts, our friends, our parents, those that are passionate about this fraternal experience and cultivating tomorrow's leaders. Thank you again so very much. Thank you to the 33 friends of the foundation, those who aren't necessarily affiliated with Delt, but our staff, our family members, spouses, people giving back. We even had some mothers of alumni giving back. And then we have 19 parents of current undergraduates who stepped up to help make sure that this was the most successful Delt Day of Giving that we have had thus far in 4 years. Our top 5 chapters, at long last, the tallies are in. Beta Psi at Wabash College crept into the top 5 at the last moment with 14 gifts. Beta Zeta, Steve's chapter, happy alumnus, they finished 4th with 24 gifts. Zeta Chi, dethroned but still in the top 3. Bentley Anderson tried to rally the troops, but no shame, and 29 total gifts from Zeta Chi chapter. Thank you to the guys at Southern Miss. In second place, Delta Zeta, University of Florida, 33 total gifts. And I've got to say, my guys came through a super proud moment. Zeta Mu, Robert Morris University, we threw the banner up. Congratulations, guys. The undergrads did their part with their first 2 shields. The alumni came through as well. So congratulations to our top 5 chapters on their success on the one Delt Day of Giving. We want to thank our staff. We want to take a second to thank everyone. There's so many people behind the scenes that have made this happen. You know, Steve, when you weren't up here or you weren't around, you're out there making calls. We have Maury Phelan running and getting food and coffee, keeping us fed and caffeinated. We got Tony Vukasic in the back producing all of this, making sure that things go smoothly. And I think this might be the Day of Giving where we've had the least amount of any technical difficulties other than our one interview with Jack having no sound. But we queued it back up. We kept it rolling. And a lot of that also goes due to Justin Piles behind the camera, who has helped really make this a super successful Day of Giving. A huge thanks to all of our guests, all of those that helped us produce some really awesome content, a ton of alumni, our military Delts group, our Delt Pride group, former consultants, those interested stakeholders that shared their stories. Thank you so much for doing so. For those that stood in for interviews, we're talking Alex Kennedy, Ken Tubbs, Jack Creeman. Thank you all so much for sharing your wisdom and letting us know what the future of Delta Tau Delta holds in store for our members. Finally, before we sign off, Steve, want to give you a chance to introduce yourself as Foundation President and sign us off here.
Yeah, thanks, Vince, and certainly thank you to all of our donors and individuals who've been so supportive of this. I mean, the amount of new records and things that we have accomplished, a new Tony Corrali Memorial Scholarship for Delta Zeta University of Florida chapter members has been established. A chapter education fund for Zeta chapter members. New record high of giving and new donors. I mean, we just couldn't be more thrilled with what the opportunities that we've had here. And I think that what I keep sharing with our alumni and our donors and people that we interact with about fraternity is we have grown significantly, and we are looking at our work so much more holistically than we were 5, 10, 15 years ago. When we look back at that time period, we were focused on leadership, chapter operations, and so those things still continue to be our bread and butter. But when we look at, new programs around health and wellness and mentoring and coaching and innovation, adaptability, and looking at what are the true needs and understanding of our undergraduates that they have today, and what is the value add that they're not getting on campuses. That is the power of what Delta Tau Delta and the Greek system is doing entirely together as a community. And so thank you for that. And I would be remiss if I didn't thank Vince for you hosting and bringing the energy in this room, certainly during interesting times. From Stevie Veds to Justin Piles, thank you for running the camera, your challenge gift. Tony Vukasic, who's really been the producer behind this, everything from, direct mail to phone calls and everything like this. It truly has been a aligned enterprise effort, and we are grateful for all of the partnership from the fraternity and our work and our donors. And so we are just thrilled. We are going to leave, just as a final reminder, it is possible. We know that there are gifts and people that still have an interest in giving. So we are going to leave the website open for about another 46 minutes. And so if you missed out on the opportunity, there's still time to do that. But in terms of where we are now, we're going to sign off and look forward and start planning to next year. So thank you. And it's a great day to be a Delt.
Thank you, folks, so much. Thank you, Steve. And I wanted to make sure we slip in there. Stay tuned. We have the celebration video up next. We think you'll enjoy it. Again, this has been Steve Vedra, Vince Russo, and the One Day, One Delt Day of Giving 21.